Welcome to the Burrow. It's your host, Lala Bunny, head trader at Bimbo Trading Academy. And the topic for today's video is 100 ways to save $1 or more. So, the question I recently asked myself is how can I deliver value to my audience, to you? And who wouldn't want to watch a video on how to save money? It's hard out here. So, Um, this is about like frugal living, living frugally. If I give you a budgeting tip that you stick to for the rest of your life, it could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over time. And you could pass the savings on to your friends and family, thus creating generational wealth and helping your hard-earned dollars stay in your pocket. My dog is napping next to me, so if you see a little head pop up, he's right here. Now, they're not all going to fit your lifestyle, so pick and choose, mix and match, take what is useful to you. And they are numbered. So I hope the numbers are correct and strap in because this could be a longer video because I'm going to list all 100. And let me mention, I don't edit. I do these all in one take. So I'm going to be out of breath by the end of this because I'm going to list really 100 ways to save $1 or more. Please stay to the end. Click like, subscribe, check out my merch, and hopefully you check out the rest of the channel, see if there's anything useful for you. But I know why you're here today. Save that money. All right. Number one, carpool. And what you'll do is you're going to save gas and it's better for the environment. Number two, walk or ride your bike instead of driving somewhere close. So if there's that like grocery store or restaurant that's like just that far away that you normally drive, but you know what? You feel like walking today. It's healthier for you, it's healthier for your body, better for your wallet. So that's a win-win. You get exercise, you get fresh air. It's a win-win. And sometimes we fall into habits where like we used to walk a lot and then we rely on our car. We got a little lazy. Maybe it was raining one day, so we drove, but then we forget that we can walk to these locations that are not that far. So the carpooling would be for like the really far distances, like work or going to a concert with a friend, maybe just meeting up with friends. It takes a little more effort to arrange, but totally worth that. Number three, bring your own bags to the grocery store. Now, I've lived in New Jersey and California, and you have to pay for your bags. Now, I know that's not the case probably in other parts of the country. So, if you do live in one of those states, then bringing your own bags will save you actually quite a bit of money because the bags are around 10 cents each, and then the reusable bags, the bigger ones, are like $1 each. So, that can save you so much money over time. You also might even want to put like a cardboard box in your car so that if you do, have your grocery bag, you can actually carry it in like a box. And a place like Costco doesn't have bags, so if you're able to keep that in your car, then you're not caught having to carry all these individual items into the house. All right, number four, make your own pet food and treats at home. So if you have a dog or cat, this can save you money. Figure out how to make it in the most efficient way possible. So look up the prices, buy meat when it's on sale, and prepare your dog or cat food at home. Number five, cut your own hair. Now, again, it obviously doesn't apply to everyone. If you're bald, this is not going to apply to you, but it can save you a lot of money just to trim your own hair. Number six, have a manicure party with friends and do each other's nails. So instead of paying to go to the salon, just have a party with friends and do each other's. And maybe one of your friends is really good at it and it's like professional level. Number seven, make your own body scrub. So I used to do this. You can use household ingredients like salt, sugar, olive oil, even coffee grounds, and you can make a body scrub, put it in a jar, keep it in your shower, and it's just as good as whatever's in the store, and it's way more affordable. Number eight, bring home extras from the restaurant. So this could be cups, cutlery, napkins, or paper plates. And if you don't know what cutlery is, that's spoons, forks, and knives. So if they have like plastic utensils, bring whatever they can give for free. Just grab some extra napkins at the counter, and that can add up over time to the point where you don't have to buy napkins right now because every time you go, you take a little extra. Now, number nine is also bring home sauce packets, which would be ketchup, mustard, mayo. if you go to Whole Foods, they actually have this little checkout area and they have really nice like mayo packets. It's like a good brand. And why not? I mean, if you shop there, you spend a lot of money there. Um, and those are for you. So maybe keep them in your car, bring them home, whatever. Okay. Number 10, try hypermiling. This is if you drive a car. Now, hypermiling means trying to get the most miles out of your gas tank. So what it means is you don't just rev your engine and then like put the gas pedal to the metal and then like brake hard. That wastes gas because you're like, what? You're like going crazy. If you hypermile, it's like a way to be smooth. And if you're smooth, you let the momentum of the car, like on a downhill, you let the car just kind of go by itself. On the uphill, maybe you have to gas it. It's like you roll and you use the brake like sparingly. Obviously, you don't want to get in an accident, but like when there's nothing in front of you, you try to maintain the speed limit and go easy and just try to maximize your fuel efficiency. Number 11, learn how to change your own motor oil. I've never done this before. It's not for everyone, but if you are mechanically inclined, this will save you money over time. Number 12, print or write on both sides of paper. So, if you're not like, I went to college and sometimes you have to present things, or if you're at work, you have to present things, then it's probably better to just have one side of the paper if someone has to read it. But if you're just printing out something for yourself, or like if you're taking a note, just make sure you use both sides of the paper. I mean, it will save you half the paper. Um, Try composting to save garbage bags. So, all right, so when you put your garbage in a regular garbage bag, and it includes like the egg, and like the vegetable scraps and everything, that bag gets heavy and stinky and full. But if you separate your compost first and then that compost goes into your yard, it could be in a container. If you live in an apartment, there's special containers for this. If you have chickens, even better because the chickens eat the scraps. So of course it depends on your lifestyle. You have to adapt to this. There's even one that has worms in it, a container. So what happens is you end up using less trash bags overall. And trash bags can get kind of expensive. So composting can actually save you money. Oh, save you money in another way. Then you use the compost to fertilize your plants so you don't even have to purchase any fertilizer. Number 14, invest in better Tupperware. So the reason for this is it will keep your food fresh. There's less food waste. You won't have to replace it as often. So like if your Tupperware gets all cracked and old, and sometimes it like absorbs food and absorbs smell. So I recommend glass, but that's up to you. Um, but you won't use as much foil and saran wrap and which is like called cling wrap, like that, the clear thing that you cover food with, or like plastic baggies, Ziploc baggies. You won't use as many of those because you have really good Tupperware. Um, and that will save you money. Number 15. Wow, this video is probably going to be one of my longest. I'm going to make sure it's still going. We're at 8 minutes, so good on you for sticking with me. And I watch like a lot of YouTube on the speed, like 2 times speed. So that way, if it's a long video, you can watch it in half the time. That's a tip. That's just a free tip. That doesn't save you money, but it saves you your time. Time is money, baby. All right. Number 15. Get creative with holiday gifts. Be thoughtful and plan ahead. Buy things in advance or off season. So, like, I know someone who last minute scrambles and tries to get his mom, like, I think my dog's snoring. Gets his mom like flowers on Mother's Day, and you know how much they cost on Mother's Day? The price is jacked up because they know that people need to buy those flowers. But if you buy them ahead of time, or you order them, or you find a sale, or whatever it may be, you could save money just by planning a little bit ahead. Okay, number 16. Try Facebook Marketplace for thrifting. Try yard sales, but don't buy what you don't need. So like, yes, it's good to go to thrift shops and consignment shops, yard sales. It's good to do all that, but not if you're just spending money on useless things and cluttering up your house. Like basically focus on the things you need and then see whether like go on eBay and be like, is there a used option of this that is that will suffice? Because some things for me personally, some things I like to buy new, but some things you can find used and they're severely discounted, so don't count that out. But I do know a lot of people get addicted to Facebook Marketplace and bring home things they don't need, and it causes some issues, so be careful with that one. Number 17, Replace household cleaning products with vinegar and baking soda. You can add scents with citrus, like orange peels or essential oils. So there's plenty of recipes online. Experiment with making your own cleaning products, and it's healthier for you and the environment. Number 18, get a water pick. You'll save on dental floss and dental bills. So if you don't know what a water pick is, it's a water flosser. It's this little machine, and like you fill it with water, you turn it on, and you just clean your teeth. And it's awesome. It feels great. And then you wouldn't have to spend as much. You might still want to floss your teeth or use toothpicks or whatever you do, gum, whatever you do, but it will reduce that because water, um, water is less expensive than dental floss. Okay. Oh, the machine, obviously the machine costs money. So over years, it's a good investment. Okay, number 19, rotate your shoes and clothing so they last longer. So I noticed when I moved to California, I went out there with just like a suitcase and a few pairs of shoes, and I was wearing the same shoes over and over and over again, and they got like destroyed. And I was like, that is so weird because I only had a few pairs. But if I were able to have like 10 pairs and rotate them, they don't get destroyed. So it just really makes a difference. Number 20, pay your financial advisor a flat fee, not a percentage. So this tip is from Ramit Sethi. He's the one who has a Netflix show, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And he talks a lot about, he doesn't use the word budgeting, he uses the term conscious spending plan. And I learned a lot from Ramit. And we don't all have a financial advisor. For me, that's a rich people thing. But if you do happen to have a financial advisor, sometimes they take 1% of like your wealth. So instead of like giving them that percentage, what you do is like you meet with someone one time, you pay them a flat fee, they tell you what to do, and then you follow those instructions. So also, to be honest, you can find a lot of the information online. So I recommend probably to save money is to not even have a financial advisor. But if it's something that if you're really like clueless and you really need it and you want to trust someone, just shop around and compare rates on what they're going to charge you and make sure that they have your, best interests in mind. Okay. Number 21. Find a bank account without monthly fees or ATM fees or overdraft fees. So in this day and age, you just don't need to be putting up with that anymore. The banks are predatory. They take advantage of people. I used to pay overdraft fees that were like $35. It was a terrible time in my life because you're poor, you're broke, and now you get charged even more, and it's just terrible. So there are banks I recommend, Ally Bank, and I made a video about budgeting tools in Ally Bank app called Ally Buckets. So please check out that video, go find it, and it's great. So Ally Bank can change your life. Ally Bank, ALLY. It's like the best bank. There's other ones. Do your research. I know some people don't like to change your bank, but like it could be worth it for you. Number 22, sign up for AAA, save on towing. So, sometimes towing is included in some of your insurance plans. Like it's called roadside assistance, where, if your car breaks down, you need to get towed to the nearest mechanic. And AAA, with the membership fee that you pay per year or monthly, is more than worth it. It will, cover your towing fees, and you can get like premier, different levels of towing where they'll tell you like different, I think it's like 10 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles, 200 miles. Like, so it might be worth it for you to pay for that for peace of mind and could save you money in the event that you get a flat tire, your car breaks down, whatever happens. AAA is a great service. I've always been a AAA member. Um, Number 23, buy energy efficient light bulbs. Seems obvious, but sometimes we just go for like the cheapest thing, and those have to be replaced. So you definitely want to get the light bulbs that don't have to be replaced for like 50 years, I think, or maybe even your whole lifetime. So if you can, buy those energy efficient light bulbs. Number 24, use a door draft stopper to retain heat. So, especially if you live in a cold area, cold climate, like it could be on your windowsill. You put like something made of cloth and it blocks that little gap. Um, and under your door, like sometimes there's big drafts underneath the door because there's space. So they make these like cute little door stoppers. Sometimes they look like animals or something. Like you can look it up, a door stopper, and or actually it's not a door stopper, it is a door draft stopper because it stops the draft and you put it on the ground between like the floor and the door. All right, number 25. Allow your kitchen sponges to dry out completely. They don't get moldy and you won't have to replace them as often. And this is the same with like shower loofahs. So this is something I learned over time I didn't used to do, but it's a game changer. Okay, number 26. Invest in a quality set of luggage. Worst case scenario, like one of your wheels falls off and you got to replace your luggage. I mean, just don't buy cheap luggage. I know some of us don't have the luxury. Like, I know when you're on a budget, sometimes you go for the less expensive item. And the problem with that is that in the long run, you do want luggage that is well made because that luggage could last you your whole lifetime. You might even be able to pass it on to one of your children or friend, whoever. So I'd say that is one of the areas where it's better to invest a little bit more than to have to replace. Okay. Number 27, start a tool library in your community. So this is really cool, like leaf blower, snow blower, rakes, hammers, saws, like whatever you need to use. If you have neighbors who are your friends, why buy it when you could borrow it? So like I live in suburbia where everyone has their own and no, people would think you're kind of weird if you did something like that. So you might have to actually go through your public library, your community center, and talk about this idea. And then it's like a lending library where the tools could be there. Like, uh, if there's not some shed somewhere, you could actually suggest you could do it with a shipping container and fill it with like these tools that people can borrow. And the rationale is that like you might only need a saw like one time in the whole year. You might only need that rake sometime. So why buy it, spend your hard-earned money on it when you could just borrow it and put it back? And obviously there's a lot of trust with this. You'd have to like sign it out. Maybe you have to put a deposit down, but you get the deposit back. So you could create this in your community right now today, like with anything. It doesn't have to be just, it could be with like, I think I put it somewhere else. Like, it can even be with kitchen stuff, like a bread maker, a pasta maker, something that cost is like expensive that you only use once in a while. Why not share it with your friends or your family or your neighbors? Uh, it's a great idea. Okay. 28. Rotate date night with another couple so you don't have to pay for a babysitter. So the logic in this is me and my spouse, we have kids and we want to go out on the first Friday of the month. So we drop our kid off like with another couple who volunteered to watch our kid. Then those two kids get to play together. We get to go out on our date night. And then when it's that couple's turn, they go out on their date night and that kid comes over to our house and we watch that kid. So it's like a reciprocity. And then if we didn't communicate and plan, then we'd each be paying for a babysitter. And it's like, is ridiculous. And also, wouldn't you kind of trust your kids with another parent more than possibly like a young babysitter? So I'd say there's some real advantages to this, but it's all about communicating with your community. Um, okay. Number 29, invest in a metal roof for your home. So this doesn't apply to renters, it applies to homeowners, but having a metal roof, I believe they last longer over time. They're more durable, there's less leaks. I mean, a leak can be devastating. Water damage can be devastating. So if you can get a metal roof, I recommend metal roof 100%. Okay. Number 30, in that same idea about roofing, add solar panels where you can. So even tiny ones can help and start small. So you might just have a small solar panel that you charge your electronics with, or you might have a solar generator, which will save you on the gas because now it's not a gas powered generator, it's a solar generator. So solar wherever you can, it's an upfront investment that pays for itself over time. And I do know people who do it with the electric company, and when their solar panels overproduce, they can sell that electricity back to the grid, and then other people use it and they get paid. So there's even a way that you can make money off of this. Okay. Buy a protective case for your electronics. It will save you on screen repairs. So if you have an expensive cell phone, get a case. Now look, I don't have one on, but this phone mostly stays in the house with me. My other phone I'm filming on right now. But I use this for my notes. And yeah, I always used to get the OtterBox life proof case. And actually, OtterBox purchased the company, I think, life proof. So those cases are like waterproof. Like if you drop it, it's just great. So if you don't want to pay for you can pay for like insurance plan through your phone company, but you have to do the math and figure out if that's worth it for you. But a case would save you probably money overall. Doesn't help you if you lose the phone, but if you don't want to break your phone. Okay. Number 32. Add paper towel to your salad greens and use the crisper. And also add paper towel to your deli meat. This is another game changer. So sometimes I remove it from the bag and put it in another container. So something like sliced turkey is very wet. And if you put like layers of paper towel in between, so it keeps the meat fresher. And then with the lettuce, like if I put that in the back of my fridge, it gets frozen and just ruined. So it's really smart to put it in the actual crisper, which is actually made for the, veggies. And I throw a paper towel in there as well. The salad green mix, open it up because that's notorious for going bad. Throw a paper towel in there, maybe two, maybe dump it out, line it with paper towel, put it back in, and I'm telling you, it will save. Yeah, you are using a paper towel, which comes out to how much per sheet, whatever, but you're saving a whole entire thing of salad green mix. Okay. Number 33. Purchase holiday decorations with the next year in mind. Take advantage of after holiday discounts. So that's really simple. Like whatever holiday you celebrate, the stores are going to have all the decorations and things. So if you are like, oh, I do want to get this thing, I'm not going to be specific right here because people celebrate all kinds of holidays. But if you want to buy it, why buy it right before the holiday? You can buy it after and then use it for next year. Okay. Um, Number 34, purchase a high quality wallet. This is the same as like for luggage. Like it's the same idea. I've noticed that leather wallets, like obviously if you're vegan, you don't support leather, but I did notice that leather wallets, there's a reason why they're made of leather. They do last long because the wallet is getting used and touched and put in your pocket and so much that it deteriorates. So if it's a cheap wallet, it's going to fall apart. And I do know people who are like, why spend money on the thing that's going to hold your money? And I totally get that. And some people make like duct tape wallets. So you can go online, you can make a duct tape wallet that's pretty durable. And if you have to replace that, it won't cost that much to replace to make a new one. But definitely like those are two ways. You could either buy a high quality wallet or you can make your own wallet. Either way, you save money. Number 35. Learn how to groom your pet at home. You can clip your pet's nails or brush their teeth. And yeah, you do have to buy the thing. Like I have a nail clipper for my dog and it saves a trip to the vet or the groomer. So it's going to save you a lot of money overall. Okay. Number 36, get the refund for cans and bottles if you live in one of those states. So if you're a US resident, you know what I'm talking about. You drink an aluminum can or a bottle and you look and it says like 5 cents. It'll say like New York, Hawaii, I think Michigan, maybe. There's like different states that accept the refund. And when I went to college in New York, I actually went to the grocery store and like there was a machine where you put the bottles and cans in and they give you this little receipt. And then you go to the checkout at the supermarket and then they either apply that. I don't know if they give you the cash for that or you can apply it to like your grocery bill, but either way you get the money. So do that. I mean, don't be lazy. If you do live in one of those states, try to take advantage of that. And the only note is like it's not worth it if it spends more gas. If it spends you more gas to get to the store than like you would save on, with those bottles and cans, you have to like kind of weigh that out. And people do crush the cans down so they take less space. So you could basically like save up, wait to go to the store till you have so many at a time. Okay. Um, in that same vein, bring scrap metal to the scrap yard. Old appliances like washers and dryers. So if you, instead of paying someone to like haul your junk away, find out if there's a scrap yard. If you have a big enough like truck where you can fit these things, if you have help where someone can help you do this, you'll get paid for turning in the scrap metal. It's not a lot. I know copper is worth something. So look into that and see what you can do. You might have some metal laying around that you can bring to the scrapyard. Okay. Have a cocktail party at home instead of going out. That's pretty self-explanatory. So that will save you. Not only are the ingredients less expensive, but you don't have to pay a tip because you'll be making your own drinks and it's fun. So that's like a win-win-win. Okay, number 39, keep the change. I have a funny story. I was in LA and I'm going to a taco, I forget the name of it, a taco place, maybe King Taco, something like that. And I see a penny and I was like, I pick it up. See another penny. I'm like, there's another one. Then I see a penny rolling. I was like, and then there was this man that was throwing pennies out of his car window, and I was picking him up, like a little, like I was picking him up, and he was like, "Here, just take them." So people actually throw out their change. They throw it on the ground. They throw it out their window. So my recommendation is like keep your change. Don't be too proud to pick the coins off the ground because money is money. Penny saved, penny earned. All right, number 40. Buy a very good set of knives that you can sharpen. These should last a lifetime and you might even be able to pass them on to your children. Number 41, choose generic brand medications. So like over the counter medications, or even some prescriptions where if you have an option to go with the more generic brand, they're the same ingredients, the same dosages, it will save you a lot of money. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it would be something like Tylenol is the brand, but acetaminophen is the drug. And then something like I think Advil and Aleve, those are other like brand names, and try it for everything. Like just go for the off brand. Sometimes you don't enjoy it as much, so then you go back to the regular brand. But this can save you money with like other products as well, like cereal, juice, things like that. So, but quality, you don't want to sacrifice quality. That's why specifically with the medications, it's kind of like you don't sacrifice a lot of quality when you use the less expensive substitution. Okay, 42. Go to restaurants for lunch specials instead of dinner. I used to do this all the time. There was my favorite restaurant. I would go for lunch. I would get sushi. I would get different dishes, and it was like almost half the price of what I would pay for dinner. And it was like the same amount of food. The only difference was the time of day. So if you even want to bring it for dinner, it's like get it to go. Oh, sometimes you have to sit in. That's the one thing. Sometimes it's not to go, but what you can do is sit in, eat it, and whatever is left over, get it wrapped up, bring it home, and that could be dinner for the next day or lunch for the next day. So it's like a great way if you are going to go out to eat. Look for lunch specials. Number 43, try reusable diapers or menstrual pads. So obviously this is only if you have a child or if you are a woman who menstruates. That basically means you get your period. So instead of spending money on the pads that you have to replace every month, you have reusable ones that you actually wash. Try it out. It could save you money. There's also something I did another video where I mentioned a sea sponge, which is a replacement for a tampon. And that can also save you money over time. Number 44, invest in a juicer. So if you really drink a lot of juice, then like I'm talking green juice, carrot juice, beet juice, apple juice, like where you push, I have a juicer. So you slice up the like fruits and veggies and you like push them through and it comes out as juice on the other end. I'm not talking about like orange juice. I do have an orange juicer thing. The orange juice thing is cool because like, or you could do grapefruit, you cut it in half and then you like, there's this arm, it just like presses it. It's awesome, but the juicer is more mechanical. Like you plug it in and you just push the fruits and veggies through. Now it's not worth the money if you don't drink juice a lot. If you're only going to use it once and never use it again, then don't buy it. But if you drink juice a lot, you want to make it at home, you can save money over time. Number 45, learn the art of cheese making. So that can save you. Cheese is pretty expensive. You make it at home, can save you money. You might have to invest. I know there's rennet tablets and there's cheesecloth. So it's a little bit of investment, but should be good overall. Number 46, grow your own fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Even if you live in an apartment, you can do it like on the windowsill. I've actually done it with arugula. I grew my own arugula and it just saves you money. It's great. What number are we on? 47. Use a reusable water bottle when traveling. And here's a tip. I do this every single time. You bring an empty water bottle on the airplane and you fill it up once you get through security. So you can't bring liquids onto the airplane, but you can bring an empty bottle and then wait till you find a you go through security, you find a water fountain on the other side, you fill up your bottle because I always get dehydrated on the plane and I can't wait until they serve me a little tiny cup of water. I need water like at all times. So do that, save money because that way you're not buying because the prices at the airport are a bit inflated. So use a water fountain. There's nothing wrong. Some people think it's gross, disgusting. Like it's really not going to hurt you to occasionally use a water fountain. I do it. I'm not above that. I don't just drink bottled water. I do like bottled water, sparkling mineral water. I do try to reuse those glass bottles. But by not buying the plastic, it's also better for the environment. So like I would say drink tap water, drink water fountains, refill your water bottle. Um, and Jason Momoa has a cool water bottle brand that was using metal cans instead of plastic, so check that out. Okay, number 48. Upgrade your credit card. Oh yeah, because there's always like offers like zero APR, balance transfers, and also your credit might be better now than when you first got the credit card. So like at the time you got it, you might have gotten a bad rate, but now maybe your credit's better, so it's time to reapply. Try to get a better rate. Okay. Number 49, use the Hotel Tonight app. So if you're ever booking a hotel, there's an app called Hotel Tonight, and it gives you last minute hotels in the area, and they're discounted because they're last minute. Okay, number 50, search nationwide for a used vehicle. So I use the app Car Gurus. And the cost of traveling and driving it back might actually be less overall. So, like, if you live, especially in a high cost of living area, and you're searching for cars, make sure you cast that net wide. You might find a way more affordable car that's just in like one state over. And yeah, it's a little annoying. You have to drive to go get it, but it could save you like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Okay. We are halfway through. So I think I should take a breath. And maybe you should take a break. And I hope these are useful. I'm going to pump them out and keep going. Wow. We just did 50 ways to save $1 or more. And ready for part 2, the other 50. Now, here we go. Number 51. Watch my Bulking on a Budget series for affordable meal ideas. Yes, I'm plugging my own channel. I made a video all about ways to save money on food and get all your caloric needs met. So go ahead and check those out on the rest of my channel. Okay, number 52. Sign up for free trials and cancel them before you get charged. So I do this with streaming services like, Hulu, HBO, those kind of things. And sometimes you can sign up with a different email address. So like if it's a new email address, you can have separate accounts and you can sign up for a 7-day trial. Like if there's a show I want to watch, let's say they release the show once a week and over the course of like 3 months. So you would have to subscribe to that channel streaming service for like 3 months. But if you just wait till the whole show drops, sign up for like a 1 week trial and just binge watch it, then, you didn't pay any money for that show. Oh, let me mention Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, and you order a lot on Amazon, there's an option to get things shipped to you like quickly or slower. And if you choose the slower option, sometimes you get digital rewards, and the digital award rewards can go toward movie rentals on Amazon Prime Video. So, oh, and I'm on a shopper panel for this is another one. Shopper panel for Amazon where I do surveys and I get a little bit of money every month for that. Okay. Number 53. Check the air in your tires of your car. Not only can this save you from a flat, but it could help avoid costly repairs because this can also affect like the suspension and the alignment of your car. Because if the air pressure is low and then every time you hit a bump, it's going to be all uneven. So keep your tires inflated. Okay, number 54. Buy season passes if you frequent a location often. So I'm thinking like a spa, a massage package where they're like, okay, buy 10. And like, so if you're getting a weekly massage, you buy a package, it'll be at a reduced rate. Theme parks, Six Flags, they have like a season pass. Disney, I think, has it. And it's only worth it if you really are going to go. So it's not worth it if you're not going to go. That's just it. But if you go a lot, if you live nearby, definitely totally worth it. Okay. 55. Sign up for loyalty rewards programs. So basically anything where you can earn some kind of points for using. I'm trying to think of which ones I've used in the past. There's a ton of them. Just go online. Just you know what I'm talking about. Number 56, use the Choice Hotels app when traveling. Now, I've driven cross country twice, and the most affordable hotel there, some of them are motels, they're like a low level motel, but they were super affordable. And the app is called Choice Hotels. And that company, Choice Hotels, is also a company you can invest in on the stock market. So you can purchase stock in Choice Hotels. Number 57, collect rainwater and use it for gardening and landscaping. So if you live in an area where it rains a lot, might as well collect it and water your plants with it, and then you save your on your water bill. No brainer. Number 58, use pallets and cinder blocks for projects. You can often find them for free. If you don't know what a pallet is, it's like a wooden, they're really big. Um, Now, stores use them, trucks use them when they deliver to a store. And then, like, I knew there was a CVS that they just line the pallets up like outside or in the dumpster in the back, and they're giving them away for free. But you can also go online and find people who are giving things away for free. And then you use those for like home projects, like building a fence, things like that. And you're actually saving on the cost of raw materials. 59, teach your child, well, or yourself, if you don't have children, teach yourself, but if you do, teach your child a craft that can save money. So for example, how to make a pot holder, how to sew a button, how to make homemade laundry detergent, something like that. And the pot holder thing, when I was little, I had this like crochet thing where I made like, when I say pot holder, I mean kind of like an oven mitt, something that you can, when you take something hot out of the oven. Yeah, make your own, then you don't have to buy it. Okay. Number 60, we're moving along now. Make kids toys from recyclables. So you can make like musical instruments like a coffee container. Like that could be a drum. Like you can do this as a project with